So now, from 1931 to 2007, that's a big gap, right? A lot of stuff happened. So let me kind of run you down the history as far as the presidents were concerned. So Dr. Bethune is president. She steps down. Dr. Colston, James Colston, takes over. Now, his presidency wasn't very long. It was only like a few years, like 3 or 4 years or so. When Dr. Colston steps down, Dr. Bethune then reassumes the presidency, again for another few years. After Dr. Bethune steps down, Dr. Richard V. Moore takes over. Now, I don't know if y'all have got a chance to get all around campus, but Dr. Moore buried right over there. There's a big mound that's right over there on the entry. Yes, sir. There's two. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's it. That's his grave. Yeah. She's buried by the house. Mm-hmm. Now look. Over here by on the corner of Bethune Boulevard and Lincoln, right over here in this house, over here, that's right there on the corner. And I think that's where the registrar's office is operating out of until they get their place fixed back up. That used to be Dr. Moore's house right there. At the light, the corner of Mary McLeod Bethune and Lincoln, at that light, right? If I'm going to walk this way down Mary McLeod Bethune, and I get to the intersection, and I walk across Lincoln, and then that house that I'm walking straight towards, that's Dr. Moore's house. That's where that's where they left it to the school. Either they left it to the school or the school acquired it. No. You walk too far. I'm talking about like at this light right up here on the corner. That's his house. The U-Haul is over here. I'm talking right here. See, look, y'all got to walk this campus, y'all. Y'all. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you. Okay. If you're going to Kinfolk, you've walked past it. You just gotta literally walk across the street, and it's the first house right here. It's before Bethune Grill. You walk past it. Okay, first off, I'm gonna need you to pay attention. Like this is not. Yeah, right on the corner, on the left. All right, so here we go. All right, thank you. Okay, here we go. So, good segue, y'all. So, Dr. Richard V. Moore is president for 29 years. As his presidency is coming to a close, they're eyeing the next president, a young man who is currently in Atlanta, Georgia, who is the president of ITC, Interdenominational Theological Center in Atlanta. His name is Oswald Bronson. Oswald Bronson is a graduate of Bethune-Cookman, a 1950 graduate of Bethune-Cookman. Okay? And Dr. Bronson actually turned down the job several times. They had asked him several times prior, and he was like, "No, I'm good. No, I'm good. No, I'm good." And then finally one day, "I'll take it." And so Dr. Bronson returns to his alma mater. The name sounds familiar, don't it? Because that's the dorm over here. Yes, that's my grandfather. So I can talk about Oswald Bronson all day. I'm not going to do this because we're talking about Dr. Bethune. Yeah. So Dr. Bronson finally comes in 1975. Dr. Bronson is president here for 29 years. And his time comes to an end in 2004. During his time and Dr. Moore's time, they more than double and triple the enrollment, the budget, the endowment, degree plans, everything here. It was highly successful years during this time. Dr. Bronson retires. Dr. Trudy Kibbe Reed takes over in 2004. By 2007, we have Bethune-Cookman University. Now, contrary to popular belief, You do not need to, quote unquote, have university be a university if you carry graduate degrees. You can be a college and carry graduate degrees. For example, Boston College. Boston College is Boston College, and they carry graduate degrees. All the word university means is this: unity in diversity. That is literally what the word translates to. It doesn't matter. College. Okay? But we changed it, Bethune-Cookman University, right? And so, let me bring y'all to this. This is the old shield right here. Bethune-Cookman College. Bethune-Cookman College. As you see the similarities and the differences within Bethune-Cookman College Shield and the Bethune-Cookman University Shield. Real quick, what's 1904 stand for? I'm looking for a one. The year that founded. Thank you. All right. So Bethune-Cookman, 1904. 1923, what's that year? Where was Cookman Institute? Jacksonville. All right. What was 1872? Good job. Only one person caught it. I ain't tell y'all what 1872 was. That was a trick question. Yes, ma'am. He didn't get one. He didn't get one. He may not have wanted one. He may not have wanted one. Who's Lee Ryan? Lee Ryan is the person who donated the most money to get that dorm named after. That's how they do it. Period. How you think Mr. Hanfield got the ATC and the annex of the music building named after him. 1872. If I'm not mistaken, 1872, I think, is when the United Methodist Church was founded. I have to research that, but I think that's what it is. Don't take me on my word just yet. The United Methodist, no, the organization, like the full denomination of the United Methodist Church. Okay? No, no. Pause. Phase is how they were built. Phase 1, phase 2, like 2 parts. But each dorm has its own individual name. You get it? Like if you stay in LLC, Thompson Hall, Lee Hall, Moore Hall. Right? If you stay, you have J. Flo Davis. That's named after somebody. J. Flo Davis. It's named after people within the school history. All right. For phase, it's like one is like Moorhead and another one's like. But hey, let's get back. All right. So we all know that Dr. Bethune was a person that was a lifelong teacher, right? She started very young, educating her family to read, to write, everything else. So she came here because of the opportunity to educate young black minds. Now, this is the thing. Bethune-Cookman wasn't originally supposed to be in Daytona. It's supposed to be in Palatka. Palatka is about 45 minutes north of here. It's about 45, little small town, just north off of I-95. Huh? Yes. Yes, with no beach. None. None. Yeah. So Palatka, so it's supposed to be in Palatka, but she moved from, she basically just transferred the idea. She came down to Daytona and Palatka had its opportunities for education as well, right? She found it was a better opportunity here. Some other things happened. We won't too much get into it because I'm not as well versed in that move. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If you just walk down this hall, and it'll be on your left-hand side. It's down like a dead-end hallway. Now, in 1911, She opened the first black hospital in this area. And let me tell you the crazy thing about it. That building still stands today. No. But you all walk past it every day. You know where the Ann Taylor Green General Studies building is? Okay, you know where you have CIT, a parking lot, and then there's this two-story brick building right there. No, it's not by the library. It's right over here on the corner, right across the street from Financial Aid. That's the first hospital. Huh? That two-story building that sits on the corner. I think they're working. They're working and getting old stuff out. Yeah. From the Financial Aid. Like if you stand in front of Financial Aid and look directly across the street, that building right there. That's the first hospital. The Ann Taylor Green one, yes. Dr. Ann Taylor Green, who used to be provost here. So, because her student could not get the medical help that they needed, she started her own. And it's still standing here today on campus. She would have time for community youth to come and get read to in the library. And they still do that today. Have books for the kids to come and read, and have books for time for the youth to come in and get read to. Still do that to this day. It fell off for a little bit, but they brought it back. Because it was, of course, her commitment to what? To education. Civil rights leader. Now, I need y'all to look at this now. Advisor to U.S. presidents. Advisor to U.S. presidents. Why is this significant? Somebody tell me why this is significant. That Dr. Bethune is advisor to U.S. presidents, specifically when it comes to the welfare of children, youth administration, and interracial relations. Why is this significant? There should be about 3 or 4 reasons why this is significant. Can somebody tell me why? Close. I see where you're going, but not quite. I'm going to get into it, but I know where you're going. Anybody? Okay. Let's help. What era were we in? And so you're telling me that a black woman from South Carolina who is starting a school in Daytona Beach is able to be an advisor to the U.S. presidents? During this time, women wasn't even able to vote. What are you talking about? This wasn't the best time when it came to race relations. But yet you got a person who is interracial relations? A woman? Having the company of the most powerful person in this country? A black woman at that? Think about it. It wasn't like black and white folk was just up here dapping. Oh, dang, my bad, bro. I forgot. It wasn't just that we was all dapping each other up. It wasn't that black and white folk was just dapping each other up. Just like that. Nah, bro. And you're an advisor to presidents? Franklin D. Roosevelt, his wife is your best friend? She comes over and stays at your house? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were very close. But you have to understand, and like I said, keep in mind the odds that she is defying during this whole time. She is the literal exception to the rule. She's defying all type of odds and is a legit phenomenon. She's a phenom. How? How, Sway? How is this black woman from South Carolina doing this? I'm not saying that it is like it shouldn't be her, but think about it. Think about it. Before Dr. King, before Malcolm X, before all of these people, where was she? She was in D.C. She was in the White House. By the time they getting their stuff rolling and the civil rights movement started in 1950, she's coming to the end of her life. But she was doing it before them. She was breaking rules. She was an absolute rule breaker in the Jim Crow South. It wasn't this separation of black over here, white over here, white over here, black over here. She broke laws by saying that you sat together. Man, the Klan would roll up on campus to try to intimidate her. When they would roll, ding, 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 all students get to their rooms. Mm-hmm. That's over by the gravesite. That's scary. Bomb, bomb, bomb. No, not that bell. There's a bell by the gravesite. By her house. That's not the bell that rings. I'm saying the one by her house. You're talking about that bell. The one by the gravesite. Yeah, but it's by the house. It's by the tree, right? She climbed the tree and go. Now let's say put it. It's by the gravesite. It's by the tree. Well, I'm talking about climbing a tree. It's the one near her house. There's a bell that rings. There's a bell that. No, that bell is on. That bell is on. Okay, so great. Here we go. All right. So hold on. Let me pause right here.